trade unionists have entered the political arena, leveraging their leadership status among workers and trafficking membership support for wage settlements. In this world of politics, things get ugly, and past events have seen the play for power turn friends against each other, and trade union leaders bail on workers for their 10 pieces of silver. Workers have faced an uphill battle for fairness and justice, from both internal union rumblings to external threats by capitalists. Whilst some trade unionists fight for self-survival in the marketplace of expediency, others fight for a united front for all workers. Currently, we see the Public Services Association, PSA, compromised on the election altar with the hopes of securing favorable treatment on wage agreements. Meanwhile, other unions, fearing the weight of partisan politics and their influence on the outcomes of wage negotiations, seek a non-partisan approach to reach a fair settlement for workers. The powers that be has rewarded the compliant PSA whilst ignoring other unions who gave little support to their bid for power. Is the government justified to offer preferential treatment to its supporters? Or should the government ensure the same treatment to all trade unions? Is the government only for their supporters, or are they a government of the nation? Where does the campaigning stop? Even with 3 trade union stalwarts within government ministries, much is not promised to workers, except those who campaigned on their platform. A party card seems to make the difference in this government. Whilst the union boys and girls seek their interests, workers will continue to suffer because they did not play along and show their loyalty. But that is not all. After selling their membership for votes, the PSA must still bend over backwards to save face and ensure interests are served. Staring at an economy which is screeching to a halt and the downward slide of national reserves without clear plans for recovery, there is little wiggle room for real change in favor of workers. It appears as though the PSA has put its hopes on a government that is incapable of efficient management of the nation's resources and real economic growth. 10% of zero will have workers stuck in a deeper hole than before or strapped with worse situation than they anticipated. As all trade unions jump on the wage negotiation train, it should be accepted that the economy cannot facilitate a raise for everyone and an increase of workforce participation simultaneously. Trade unions will have to step up because the country cannot be taxed to oblivion to maintain unrealistic political promises of a power-hungry government. The government cannot make the 100,000-strong unionized workers destabilize the country and negatively impact the remaining 1,053,850 voting public. So, whilst the Trinidad and Tobago society looks on at this pappy show and public debacle, the rest of the country takes note. The best advice? Carry on, comrades. Let the worst continue.